The Viewpoint is live now.
Good evening, namaskar, adab. A week, it said, folks, is a long time in Indian politics. Now, what we are seeing unfold, the way events are unfolding over the last 24 hours, I can tell you the week appears to be too distant a phenomenon. The kind of action which has unfolded in the last 24 hours, where the Bharatiya Janata Party has ended up losing 2 bypolls in Uttar Pradesh, of course, including the all-important constituency of Gorakhpur, all hell has broken loose since this morning. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu, who has already withdrawn his ministers and who has converted political blackmail, political posturing into some kind of a fine art, he's already raising the pitch since this morning, accusing the Bharatiya Janata Party now of colluding with his rivals in the state of Andhra Pradesh to somehow embarrass him. So a couple of days back, when he decided to withdraw his ministers, he was saying Mr. Modi is a great individual. Now the same Chandrababu Naidu is telling his members of parliament that actually Prime Minister Modi wishes to embarrass him and he wants to dislodge the TDP government from the state of Andhra Pradesh. The Shiv Sena, forever a troublesome ally, is accusing the Bharatiya Janata Party of being an anti-farmer party. And the opposition on the other side, led by the Congress party, Mayawati, Akhilesh Yadav's parties, they are all ensuring that Parliament and Parliament's time gets reduced to an absolute wastage. And you know what? This is just the beginning. What we are seeing now is now going to very, very rapidly and dramatically escalate into a full-blown political conflict. Why do I say that? Our big headline number 1 will tell you why. You know what's happening tomorrow? That dreaded word, withdrawal. Withdrawal of support from the government, that word is back. So who's the person who's doing that? Chandrababu Naidu, the TDP boss, Andhra Chief Minister. He, during the first NDA government, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, forever threatened to walk out. Never walked out, forever threatened and extracted his pound of flesh. Now, because Modi has not done business with him in the same way that a Vajpayee would, Chandrababu Naidu has no other option left now but to simply quit the NDA. He's already withdrawn his 2 ministers from Modi Sarkar. His MPs, his MLAs are saying if he does not completely move away from the NDA, it will only and only embarrass him more. Headline number 2, Babu's moves, Mr. Naidu's moves are being followed hours after by Jagan Mohan Reddy's decision. Naidu does something in the morning and Reddy does something in the afternoon. What does he do? He says that he wants to move a no-confidence motion against central government for overlooking the interests of Andhra Pradesh. Earlier, rather interestingly, the same Chandrababu Naidu had accused Jagan Mohan Reddy of supposedly doing business with the Bharatiya Janata Party. He called him a puppet of the BJP, and Jagan Mohan Reddy said that Chandrababu Naidu is a corrupt leader and someone who doesn't have interests of Andhra Pradesh at his heart. Now you know what's happening. Jagan Mohan Reddy wants to move a no-confidence motion, and Chandrababu Naidu has been left with no other option but to support that no-confidence motion which is going to be moved in Parliament tomorrow. Our big headline number 3, and imagine how quickly, how far the political ripples travel. It's the turn of Karnataka Chief Minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah, now to have a dig at his counterpart in UP. Yogi Adityanath, for the last few weeks, has been telling Mr. Siddaramaiah that the development track record in Karnataka is horrible and he needs to look at the development record of Yogi Adityanath. Now Mr. Siddaramaiah has got his chance to hit back at Yogi. So what is he saying? He's telling Yogi Adityanath, aap apne ghar ko dekhiye, look after your own interests, your own backyard, and please don't give me any advice because you have lost on your own home base, on your own home territory. Then, in Tamil Nadu, another spectacular show happening. AIADMK and DMK have come together to protest against the delay in the constitution of Kaveri Management Board. The DMK has now called on all Tamil parties to approach the Prime Minister to address the action. So look at where we are. In Andhra Pradesh, there is a collusion of forces between the opposition and the government in the form of TDP and Jagan Mohan Reddy. In Tamil Nadu also, there is a collusion of forces between the DMK and the AIADMK, and which is the party which is facing the entire brunt of this action? It is the Bharatiya Janata Party. Let's take you straight in the heart of the story. Is the BJP in any way, in any kind of trouble whatsoever? Well, if you take a good hard look, at the numbers in Parliament, this no confidence motion only appears to be a trial balloon, frankly. I think the opposition is punching way above its weight. It's looking for an opportunity somehow to embarrass Prime Minister Modi, because look at the numbers. And these are the latest numbers after the Bharatiya Janata Party has lost the 2 seats in Uttar Pradesh. The fact is that there are a total of 328 MPs that the NDA has. You remove those MPs, the Shiv Sena, the TDP, the Rashtriya Loktantrik Party, the PDP, you could call them troublesome allies. The Shiv Sena says it will dump the BJP in 2019. The TDP wants to move out of the government tomorrow, and the PDP also is not really happy. Does it in any way impact the scenario? If the TDP was to move out of the government, as Chandrababu Naidu is threatening, and let me repeat once again, as Chandrababu Naidu is threatening, because he has threatened a lot in the past. Is he now really going to walk the talk? We need to wait and watch out for that. If Chandrababu Naidu walks out of the government, the BJP will still, along with its other allies, have support of 290 people. The halfway mark is 272, comfortably home. First and foremost, we must remember that even for the admission of this no confidence motion, you require support of 54 MPs. Between the TDP and Jagan Mohan Reddy's party, you have a total of 21. So you need one big opposition party to support this no confidence move. Is there anyone within the opposition who's willing to do that? Is the Congress willing to do that? We'll be looking at that question in a short while from now. Now, what's actually happening is this, that if you were to look at the overall impact of the TDP's separation within the Lok Sabha, the NDA without the TDP will still be at 312 seats. So, as such, the BJP, which has 273 of its own, it's not really going to be stuck in any way whatsoever, even if Chandrababu Naidu was to do the unthinkable tomorrow of walking out of the government. So, would he do that? Could he convert himself into some kind of a political martyr, political victim, and hope for domestic political returns? Should he actually walk the talk? Should he actually execute the threat which he has been issuing right since the day today? Let's play all the reactions that we've got now, all the reactions of all major political players on the opposition side, who are all now threatening the BJP that all is not well within the Bharatiya Janata Party. Just take a look at this.
समाजवादी पार्टी का और जितने भी दलों ने सहयोग किया, उन दलों का भी इस चुनाव में जनता ने सम्मान बढ़ाने का काम किया और एक राजनीतिक संदेश दिया है। ये राजनीतिक संदेश बड़ा है।
पता लग रहा है कि एनडीए का मौसम कैसा है। मौसम बहुत ख़राब है। कड़ी धूप जो है वो ख़त्म हो चुकी है और अब घटाएं छा रही हैं, और ये घटाएं जो हैं अब आने वाली सरकार को, मौजूदा सरकार को जो है वो ले जाने का काम करेगी, और एक नई सरकार का गठन अब 19वां होने वाला है।
एक मजबूत विरोधी दल बनाने की उनकी कोशिश है, तो उनका स्वागत करना चाहिए। हमारे देश में आज जिस प्रकार की राजनीति चल रही है, जिसे आप एकाधिकारशाही बोल सकते हो, और डेमोक्रेसी में इतने बड़े देश में अगर मजबूत विरोधी दल न हो, तो मुझे लगता है देश को और देश की डेमोक्रेसी को खतरा बन सकता है।
अररिया केवल सीमावर्ती जिला नहीं, केवल बंगाल और नेपाल से जुड़ा हुआ नहीं, एक कट्टरपंथी विचारधारा को उन्होंने जन्म दिया है, जो केवल बिहार के लिए खतरा नहीं होगा, बल्कि आने वाले दिनों में देश के लिए खतरा होगा। वो आतंकवादियों का गढ़ बनेगा।
तो ये मिथ था कि ये जहाँ चाहेंगे वहाँ जीत लेंगे, ये जनता के दिमाग से इनका ये डर निकल गया। और ये जो उत्तर प्रदेश के रिजल्ट्स आए हैं, ये 19 का संकेत देते हैं कि इस बड़ी बिल्डिंग में कोई दूसरे लोग ऊंची गद्दी पर बैठेंगे।
That's where the opposition members stand. Let's, right at the top of the program, take a direct position. Where do I stand on this whole move, on this political move of moving a no confidence motion against the government? A no confidence motion, folks, if accepted, it simply gives the opposition an opportunity to corner the government in parliament. At a time when Parliament has been totally paralyzed and as yet there is no clear unity amongst all opposition players, this no confidence move is nothing else but a mere political symbolism. But what it does tell you is that 2018 is not going to be 2014. 2018 perhaps is really going to test the mettle of Prime Minister Modi in terms of how he deals with his allies, in terms of how he deals with dissenters within his own party. If there are any, make no mistake about this, 2018 is going to be the toughest year for Narendra Modi in his prime ministerial tenure. Is there anyone who can disagree with my viewpoint? Let's raise the big blunt question tonight with the debate which will start off in exactly 2 minutes. Battle for 2019. What's the big message from this bipole loss? On the other side of the short break, Sanjay Jha would be joining us from the Congress party, taking him on. Amit Malviya, Ghanshyam Tiwari, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Devashish Jararia, BSP supporter, would be with us. Pawan Kumar Verma, senior JDU leader, and CM Ramesh, representing the Telugu Desam Party, would be with us as well. Take a break. Debate starting in exactly 2 minutes time from now. Welcome back. Let's straight away start off with that big debate. Is the battle for 2019 open, and what is going to be the fate of this possible no confidence motion? So let me first begin with Sanjay Jha, spokesperson of the Congress party. Sanjay, we'll try. Okay, we'll Ghanshyam Tiwari is there. Let's put that question to Ghanshyam Tiwari. Ghanshyam, where do you stand on this question? The TDP and Jagan Mohan Reddy's party are together when it comes to supporting this no confidence motion. Are you with them on this one as well?
Well, it is not the appropriate time to reveal this.
Why?
We still have to have discussions before we come to a conclusion.
No, what kind of discussions? You've spent the last 24 hours.
We have to have discussions
telling
within the
me,
party before we respond to it.
But sir, last 24 hours you've been telling me that this government has lost the mandate. How from Gorakhpur now the winds of change are there all across India. So I'm asking you a simple question. What's there to think about? There is a no confidence motion which is in pipelines. You require 54 MPs. Not that you have too many MPs in Lok Sabha, but you can give moral support, sir. Are you in principle in agreement with this move of moving this no confidence motion?
It's not about morals. It's not about moral support. Look, what is happening? What has happened in Andhra Pradesh is Prime Minister Modi had promised special category status. There's an act in Parliament. The alliance partner TDP throughout has been demanding it. Janasena, emerging party in Andhra Pradesh, has been demanding it. YSRCP is demanding it. So the entire set of legislators and parliamentarians in Andhra Pradesh are demanding special category status.
Okay.
BJP, the Prime Minister had promised special category status.
Right.
But this is not the first promise that Prime Minister is losing track of.
No, so are you saying this is
special category status to Bihar?
Sir, but is this centric?
Are
you saying,
this is from his
Ghanshyamji,
election rallies.
So Ghanshyamji, are you saying that this entire demand and this entire problem, let's say problem with the BJP that you have, but are you telling me now that this problem with the BJP in the present day context is only and only restricted to Andhra Pradesh and what people in Andhra Pradesh have objections to?
No, the problem with BJP is that they make tall promises and do not even care to repeat them. When was the last time a BJP spokesperson spoke about Achhe Din?
Okay.
When was the last time the Prime Minister spoke about 2 crore jobs?
I see.
Or in Bihar, when was the last time Prime Minister spoke about the promises he made on special category status? Or when was it in the last 4 years they spoke about minimum support price?
But that's why I'm not understanding.
You can make promises and then have a grandstanding and create a completely new scheme.
But that's why I'm asking you, sir. That's why I'm asking you, Ghanshyamji, that if there are so many problems, then why should you not be supporting this no confidence move? I mean, why are you telling me at 9 PM today that you still have to deliberate?
Well,
so I'm wondering what is there to deliberate? Either you're not sure of what you're telling me, either you're not sure of the factual position of what you're telling me.
No, I'm sure about the factual position of what I am telling. But the bigger thing is that this is a measure on which the party has to take a stand.
Okay.
That stand is not ready yet. So I will reveal that stand when that stand is ready.
Okay, I'll take that. Devashish Jararia, you're a sympathizer with the BSP, but I know that you keep interacting with BSP leadership. What's the BSP's position? Are you all willing to support this no confidence move?
See, first of all, we doesn't have any a member in the Lok Sabha Assembly.
Sure.
So we are not.
But you can provide some.
Certainly, we can.
You can be a part of, let's say, a large photo op which may take place.
See, virtually before Gujarat election, there was no opposition. We have been discussing this same problem so many times. But now, after that Gujarat election, you can see what is happening right now. There, a strong opposition is emerging. Gujarat, we have seen it, and 2019, as the 2019 is approaching, the opposition is emerging, and you rightly said that this is going to be a very symbolical representation. We all know that BJP has its power, but it does have a symbolical representation.
A symbolic representation.
Yes, that there is a opposition.
So let me
there is
say
a capable opposition.
You don't have a single MP. Yes, it's true, but you have 20% vote. In the context of what had happened in 2014 in the state of UP itself, is Mayawati going to issue a press release, a press note, asking all anti-BJP parties to come together and support this no confidence motion? She issues a press release on a daily basis.
See, if a no confidence motion comes in and something happens, I certainly think that our party is going to release a press note. But what is it going to be? What would be the subject matter?
So you also don't know. So neither the Samajwadi Party knows what its strategy is, neither the Bahujan Samaj Party knows what its strategy is, and we're talking about moving a no confidence motion. Sanjay Jha, is there any clarity from the Congress Party? Are you with the TDP and Jagan Mohan Reddy in supporting this no confidence move?
See, Bhupendra, there is no denying that the BJP government has reneged on the promises it has made, in terms of giving a special status to the state of Andhra Pradesh. Besides, of course, the multiple bank scams that we have seen. And I think yesterday's verdict in Uttar Pradesh, especially Gorakhpur, I think, and including Phulpur and Bihar as well, is a manifestation of a larger public disillusionment with the BJP. I think if the opposition has a smart strategy, India will have a new Prime Minister taking oath in May of next year.
But I'm talking about tomorrow.
At the moment looks inevitable because
tomorrow.
I think the Bharatiya Janata Party is seeing the writing on the wall.
So what about
tomorrow? It's
sir?
not just about, the verdict yesterday. They lost the by-polls in Rajasthan, and they have lost 10 Lok Sabha by-elections between 2017 to 18. So I think this is a larger, a very extraordinary trend. And in between, they might have won a couple of state elections, but don't forget, Bhupendra, that states like Arunachal, Meghalaya, Manipur, Goa, and by the way, even Bihar were literally hijacked by the BJP.
My question is very straight, and it's very simple.
From a more global
it's very straight and it's very simple.
That the BJP's wins have been rather
my question is
remarkable than they actually
Pawan Verma is also joining us, and I will go to him as well. But Sanjay Jha, my question to you is very simple and it's very direct. Are you going to support this no confidence move, which is being initiated by the TDP and the YSR Congress Party in Parliament? Is the Congress willing to support that no confidence move?
Well, let me answer that. Number one, I think there is absolutely no denying that this was a promise and an assurance made by the, the former government of Dr.
Will the 45 MPs support this no confidence motion?
And you are having a BJP using a technical issue of the
Will the 45 MPs, will the 45 Congress MPs support this no confidence motion?
I'm not going to make a statement on that on your channel.
So nobody wants to make a statement.
But we do believe that the BJP has done a U-turn.
Excellent.
The BJP has principally led down the people of Andhra.
So why, if you are, that's why I'm saying Samajwadi Party spokesperson is upset with the BJP, the BSP sympathizer is upset with the BJP, of course Sanjay Jha is upset with the BJP. Why don't you all then come together and say that yes, why don't you go beyond symbolism? Because then people will say that actually all that's happening is that this is just a political nautanki which is taking place. You all are looking for an opportunity to embarrass the Prime Minister, to corner the government, and you are well entitled to do that. You're entitled to do that. But then you must walk the talk. Otherwise, this is just a television studio debate, Sanjay Jha, I'm afraid.
Bhupendra, I think you're being extremely unfair and actually not doing justice to what I believe is a very understandable ire amongst the people of India that the opposition parties are actually channelizing into parliament. I mean, the truth is when, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi invited various leaders, from different political parties for dinner the other day, there was a unanimous agreement that India faces an extremely dangerous threat from Mr. Modi's government in terms of democracy, in terms of the economy. We are in the doldrums. In terms of foreign policy, it's been a monumental disaster. I think at the moment, India is under a serious question mark with a government that clearly understands only one thing is to campaign, while governance and, you know, the issues of the common man are given a goodbye.
You know,
I
now
think we are going to fight tooth and nail, and we'll fight it collectively.
But yeah, yes, you will fight it collectively, but you don't want to support collectively this no confidence motion which the TDP and Jagan Mohan Reddy's party want to move. But Mr. Ramesh, I want to come to you, sir. I'm looking at the history of no confidence motions which have been moved in this country. The last no confidence motion which was initiated against the Vajpayee government was way back in 2003. And of course, it collapsed. There were 314 members who voted against a no confidence motion. I want to know, Mr. Ramesh, firstly, that this move which has been made by Chandrababu Naidu, how serious is this move? Is he really, are you set to quit the NDA officially tomorrow, or are there still many slips before you ultimately get to your destination?
Bhupendra, first of all, you said is a threatening. It is not a threatening. This is our right. Some promises made in the floor of the House, and also it has been passed by Act.
Right.
In Parliament, whatever they say, they are not honoring. First of all, why we joined with the BJP? At the time of bifurcation, BJP said not for 5 years special status. They demanded for 10 years. And the Prime Minister, at the time of election, he was the Prime Minister candidate. He told in Tirupati in front of Balaji, we will make it 10 years, and also beautiful capital, even better than Delhi, he said. Now, after coming to the power, we waited 4 years.
No.
My Chief Minister came to Delhi 29 times and met the Prime Minister and met the BJP leaders and all the government ministers. Till now, nothing has happened. This is not threatening. This is our right.
No, Mr. Ramesh, you know what my problem is? My problem is, sir, last week.
Is the last.
Sir, last. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you where my question is coming from. I'll tell you where my question is coming from, Mr. Ramesh. Last week, when your leader decided to withdraw his ministers from cabinet posts, when we repeatedly asked these questions to TDP leaders like yourselves, you all then were singing huge praises of Prime Minister Modi. You all were saying, no, we have nothing against Narendra Modi. We think Narendra Modi is a great individual, but we believe this commitment which was made in Parliament, this commitment must be implemented. Now I'm wondering, suddenly in the morning today, Jagan Mohan Reddy says, I am now going to move a no confidence motion. And now I'm seeing that there is a tug of war which is taking place between the TDP and Jagan Mohan Reddy on who's a bigger opponent today. Today, Prime Minister Modi has become a bad guy. Till last Thursday, your words, your leaders' words, your MP's words were Narendra Modi is an outstanding individual. I want to know, is your problem with Mr. Modi or is your problem with Jagan Mohan Reddy?
No. See, here is a both. They are both are in coalition. Why I am telling, before the starting of the Parliament, they said that we will move a no confidence motion. Then my leader said no confidence motion is the last option. First, we will demand in the Parliament. If they are not coming, that is the last option. All of a sudden, today, Jagan Mohan Reddy party sent a letter to our leader and our other leaders. We are moving no confidence motion. Okay, for the people of Andhra, our rights, our demands are there. If any party moves no confidence motion, we are there to support.
So any part, so I can see that point, that you will support that no confidence motion. Does it also therefore imply very, very clearly that tomorrow is the last day of the TDP officially in the NDA? If you're supporting this no confidence motion, first thing you must do is officially withdraw, completely withdraw your MP, send a letter to the Rashtrapati.
See, tomorrow highest our body that is called Politburo, they are meeting tomorrow. Let us wait for up to tomorrow.
Still wait. What is still wait? I mean, look at what's going on, sir. Here, neither the Congress nor the... one moment, Sanjay. Neither the Congress nor the Samajwadi Party nor the Bahujan Samaj Party is in a position to give me a commitment that are they willing to support this no confidence motion. Now you are telling me that while you wish to support this no confidence motion which is being initiated, you are still not sure whether you will be moving out of this government or not. I mean, what is there to think about? What are you thinking about? What's the logic?
But today, our party has said in the floor of the House also, we will support the no confidence motion.
But you can't support the no confidence motion if you're in the government.
Will other party move also?
So
other party move also.
Sir, therefore you must withdraw. Otherwise, you'll be accused of hypocrisy, sir. You'll be accused of disingenuity.
You wait for few hours.
Okay, you want me to wait?
Wait for few hours.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
Pawan Verma, what's happening, Pawan Verma, according to you? Do you see that as these moves of all these opposition parties which are made and serious question being raised against the BJP, does it put pressure on leaders like your leader, Mr. Nitish Kumar, who's just walked into the NDA alliance just last year? Does it put pressure on him?
No, I want to answer the questions that have been raised thus far, and I will come to your last question as well. You see, first of all, in my view, a no confidence motion is grand staging, especially when introduced by a party which has not even left the NDA so far. So it is entirely being played to the galleries of Andhra Pradesh politics, which includes the party of Mr. Jagan Reddy. Because if you are moving a no confidence motion against your ally which is running the government, you are still a member of the NDA. I am not clear what credibility it has. Secondly, I believe that currently, in spite of the victory in UP of a BSP-SP alliance, opposition unity as a project is far from being anywhere near a credible profile. And a no confidence motion at this stage, in my view, is both premature,
laughable,
it's unsustainable, it's
inadvisable,
and it's adventurous.
It's adventurous. So you're very clear that this no confidence motion doesn't get us anywhere. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
No, it's grandstanding. You see, dramatic gestures are not a substitute for opposition unity. Opposition unity requires a very detailed exercise, which means the trimming of egos, the drafting of agendas, the crafting of strategies, which the opposition is, I think, currently quite removed from, apart from sporadic shows of unity like the one we saw in UP just now.
So you're using the word sporadic. You're using the word sporadic. You're using the word sporadic. Actually, are you saying, Pawan Verma, are you saying, since you use the word sporadic, are you saying that maybe this may not last?
Yes.
You're saying that this unity that we're seeing between the SP and the BSP, actually it may not last?
I'm saying to you that it's a template, but for it to be replicated in a credible manner on a pan-Indian scale is a project as yet far removed from the possibilities that UP throws up for the opposition.
Okay.
Right now, as a pan-Indian party, the BJP is still the strongest party.
I can see all opposition leaders.
You may not agree with it has a cadre.
All your friends in the opposition want to disagree. You don't do grandstanding. Your viewpoint, don't do grandstanding.
No.
Don't do grandstanding.
You can disagree, but you must accept the challenge. Can you face the challenge or not?
Good point. I just want to bring in Amit Malviya as well, and then I'll go to Sanjay Jain, Ghanshyam Tiwari, and
Devashi Jararia. Or are you just about dramatic gestures?
Dramatic gestures. Amit, I'm just trying to settle this question of this moving of no confidence motion, this possibility of no confidence motion. Do you see any seriousness to this? No member of the opposition club here is willing to say this on record that they are going to support this no confidence motion. So I think it's a safe call to tell all our viewers that this no confidence motion is not going anywhere. It will not be admitted because you don't have support of 54 MPs. But that aside, look at what's happened yesterday in Uttar Pradesh. Look at the moves being made by the TDP today, where it is threatening to walk out. Is there any sense of unease, concern within the BJP today, Amit Malviya?
Bhupen, let me be very clear that there is no sense of unease in the BJP. In fact, the question that you're posing, whether a disparate group of political parties can come together, form a coalition and put up a credible challenge, which is also capable of governing this country, and look at it in context of what is happening today between the YSR and other parties in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Don't we see local parochial issues dominating national discourse by what's really playing out at the moment? I think people of this country have matured. They understand that there are parties who are good enough to govern at a certain level, perhaps at regional levels, and there are certain regional parties which represent that aspiration are also governing certain states, like you have in the case of Odisha, we have in the case of Telangana. But then when it comes to national issues, when it comes to national government, it comes to governance and various other issues like foreign policy, national security and so on and so forth, now they have seen in the last 4 years what a stable government can do. And under the premiership of Prime Minister Modi, people have repeatedly reposed their faith.
You know, Mr. Ramesh of the
BJP
TDP is there. TDP MP Mr. Ramesh is there. And his boss Chandrababu Naidu today has gone on record. He is accusing you, he is accusing your party and Prime Minister Modi of colluding to embarrass the TDP, of colluding to harm the interests of the Telugu Desam party. How do you respond to this? Collusion. You are colluding against the
he is telling about the national issue.
Okay,
just now he told about the national issue.
Yeah, Rameshji, one moment. Rameshji, one moment. Let me just hear from Amit and then to you. Yes, Amit, go ahead. What's your response?
You know, Bhupen, if the interest of the people of Andhra Pradesh is paramount, then there is no disagreement whatsoever between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Telugu Desam Party. We have all along worked to ensure that aspirations of people of Andhra Pradesh is met, whether it was through a financial package which was far superior than getting the tag of a special status.
But why is Mr. Ramesh moving out then?
Several TDP leaders have been on record to say so.
That was
if
the
you
past.
look at even Mr. Y.S. Chaudhary's press conference in Kadapa, he's gone on great lengths to explain to the press in Andhra Pradesh.
So it's all domestic
why
politics.
Financial package given by the central government is better than what we have
it's
been.
Your fear of Jagan Mohan Reddy. It's your fear of Jagan Mohan Reddy.
Reasons beyond this financial package which are dominating the decision, and I will let TDP answer that question.
Rameshji, yes, Rameshji, let's hear a rebuttal from you.
Yes, special financial assistance they announced in 2016 August. Till now, now we are in 2018. That special financial package also is not given single rupee till today. And since last 2 months we are agitating. This is the 4th year. He is telling about the national issue. This bill has been passed not in our Andhra Pradesh Assembly. This has been passed by the Parliament, and Congress party has brought the bill, BJP has been supported. On the day, Arun Jaitley ji and Venkaiah Naidu ji, 5 years is not sufficient. We have to give 10 years special status.
He says yet
because of
these are regional parochial issues. Regional parochial issues which are forcing you to think in terms of embarrassing a national government, Mr. Ramesh.
The national government only divided the state. On the day, who has asked to divide the state?
Amit?
Congress party and BJP only.
No, Amit. I mean, how do you, what will it take for you to convince the TDP not to move out of your alliance?
Look, I think the TDP knows what it is doing. The TDP knows very well that the BJP has all along stood with the people of Andhra Pradesh and has done everything possible to ensure that their aspirations, their need as a new state is met. The fact is that if TDP MPs were going out there and trying to convince the people of Andhra Pradesh how the special package offered by the central government has exceeded their expectation, that would have come along with the special status.
What can you tell Ramesh? What can you tell the TDP MP today?
They have had a rethink.
What can you tell the TDP MP today that they should not move out? What should you be telling Mr. Ramesh today that they don't move out?
Status, in the name of, first of all, they said special status.
I have to just say this, Bhupen.
Yeah, Amit, go ahead.
Bhupen, all I have to say is that if the TDP cares for the people of Andhra Pradesh and the support that they have got from the central government, which they are not denying, by the way. They have repeatedly
openly
said
denying.
The
they are accusing you of colluding you. Sir, they are accusing you of colluding against their interests.
That has
Mr. Malviya, they are not supporting you.
Then it is for them to explain now why they are having a rethink.
Mr. Malviya, they are today going on record accusing you of colluding against their party's interests. So where is the question of support, Mr. Ramesh?
Bhupendra, see, there are 18 issues, not only special status, including special status, there are 18 issues. Till now, that 18 issues not been touched. They are given the institutes. It is a part of the act. They are given the institute, but they sanction the institutes but there is no budget for that one. See, they made the foundation, 4 years is over, there is no any infrastructure.
So no
we are running the colleges in the rental building. See, we are state government of Andhra Pradesh has given the land free of the cost.
Sanjay Jha.
Land cost is more than...
Sanjay Jha, come in. Sanjay Jha, Sanjay Jha, come in. Look at the difference of opinion today between the BJP and the TDP. Therefore, I ask you, if you are convinced that indeed the commitments which were made by the BJP to the TDP are not being honored, and if the TDP wants to support a no confidence motion on that point, why should it not be?
Government of India made the promise.
Government of India made the promise.
Government of India made the promise.
Why are you unwilling then, Sanjay Jha, to be on the same page as the TDP today?
Bhupendra.
Yeah, go ahead, Sanjay.
Bhupendra, as a political struggle against the betrayal of the people of Andhra Pradesh by the BJP government, we are fully backing the people of Andhra Pradesh and all political parties that are representing their interests. I think all of us are saying the same thing. I mean, the Congress party will take to the streets and the villages in Andhra Pradesh if Mr. Modi's government does not relent on what is a very legitimate demand. I mean, you know what your viewers of your popular program must be stunned to know is that a party, an ally of Mr. Modi's government, by the way, Mr. Naidu was one of the earliest supporters of Mr. Modi, which actually gave legitimacy to the fact that Mr. Modi could, gobble together a certain kind of a front, an NDA front. I mean, what you're witnessing today is if the TDP wants to pass a no confidence motion, it's a manifestation of the kind of lack of trust people have in Mr. Modi himself. Look at Shiv Sena. Look at accolades.
But Pawan Verma doesn't have that.
Parties who have been with the BJP for a long time.
But I'm just wondering.
That are publicly expressing their disillusionment.
So
and don't forget, even in Bihar,
yeah,
the JDU actually is being the one which has been responsible for BJP's growth in Bihar. And end of day, the BJP uses its muscle and money power and its status at the center to actually gobble up its regional partners. Now, it's for them to work out their survival strategy. But I think this is very clear politics
and then Pawan
by the BJP. The BJP only looks at the southern states from an arithmetical calculation if they need them at the center to cross the majority mark. I don't think they care beyond their arithmetic.
Let's hear your rebuttal, and then I must get Amit. I must get Amit Malviya to rebut both of you.
States in the south of India.
Yeah, Ghanshyam Tiwari is coming in.
Bhupen, Amit just ensured that BJP goes below nota in Andhra Pradesh when he said that special category status is a local parochial issue for Andhra Pradesh. That single statement can unite every force in Andhra Pradesh against BJP. Second, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar have passed a no confidence motion against Yogi Adityanath and the entire BJP.
Statement.
The Chief Minister
Please
and the Deputy Chief Minister have
lost
their deposit. So the writing is on the wall. Third, that if this no confidence motion, the parties will deliberate on it. YSR Congress has not taken every party along before moving this motion. That is the reason parties are not ready to commit on your show what their stand is. The ideal way to take this forward would have been YSR Congress or whichever party is making would bring other parties together.
But if there is national interest, all of you are talking about national interest. All of you are talking about national interest, and ultimately all these no confidence motions, initiatives have to be put on the floor of the House. So you don't have to, I mean, if this is a fight, and that's what Pawan Verma was saying, that if this remains a fight of who is the leader of this ragtag coalition, then you will never go anywhere. So if you are thinking of national interest, you may as well think in terms of actual national interest and support someone if you are convinced. If you are convinced of what you're saying.
No, I object, Bhupen. You are an astute political thinker. This is not a ragtag coalition.
Why?
It has already shown its impact.
Really?
In BJP, suddenly now Yogi Adityanath is not a tall leader anymore. There is a battle between Rajnath Singh and Yogi Adityanath.
Two bipoles, Pawan Verma.
In BJP itself.
Pawan Verma, it takes two bipoles for the principal political party in India today to be reduced to ashes.
No. I just want to make 2-3 points quickly, Bhupen.
Sir.
Responding to the debate thus far. First of all, I want to tell Amit Malviya that a special category status cannot be substituted by a financial package. Special category status is an entirely different institutional mechanism to help states who need that help. And it is an entirely different matter. So let's not confuse the two. Secondly, I want to say that my good friend and younger colleague Ghanshyam believes that after UP, it's now the opposition, the project of opposition unity is a certainty. And if you will allow me on your program a very simple couplet, दिल से तो हर मुआमला करके चले थे साफ हम, कहने में उनके सामने बात बदल बदल गई. So between the intent and the delivery of the project of opposition unity, there is still a big gap. That gap, if it is narrowed, will pose a serious challenge to the BJP, against which there are very genuine discontents cutting across sections of society, about which the BJP needs to introspect and not say like Amit that we are not at all are feeling uneasy.
So you are saying
it is time for the BJP to feel uneasy.
Oh, so that's a good headline. That's a good headline.
However,
are you saying, Pawan Verma, are you saying this?
The challenge to the BJP is not yet crafted.
Are you saying, no, let's forget the opposition. You are now a part of the ruling dispensation. I'll put my questions to the opposition leaders. Are you saying the BJP today has several reasons to be worried because of what has happened in Gorakhpur and Phulpur?
Without a doubt, there is a tendency now in the BJP, and I say this, Bhupen, because it's a party that needs to introspect. In fact, the first thing Mr. Yogi Adityanath said after the defeat was, हमको इससे सबक सीखना है. And I'm sure the RSS is also doing the same. The first point the BJP must understand is that this aura of invincibility that it seemed to carry with it, of near infallibility, now it needs to wonder whether it can sustain it.
Amit Malviya,
4 years have passed, we are months away to the next election.
Amit Malviya is being accused of arrogance by his own ally.
The party to try and see
and
assess whether there is any gap between its promise and its delivery.
What great politics are we seeing in this country, where those who are on the opposition side are also not entirely united, and those who are on the ruling side are openly in a television program. Pawan Verma is telling you, Amit Malviya, that you're suffering from arrogance. You need to introspect. You have this halo of invincibility.
Why not? We can speak frankly
Amit
to
Malviya.
An ally.
Amit, let's hear Amit Malviya. Are you arrogant, Amit Malviya? Is BJP guilty of being arrogant today?
Okay, first of all, the 14th Finance Commission very clearly said that the only states that qualify for a special status are those in the Northeast and J&K, because they don't have the requisite resources to run their affairs, and that's how that was adopted, and the provision for special status for all of the states were done away with. Secondly, a special status category means that if there is a centrally aided program, 90% of that funding will come from the center, as compared to 60%, which is the case with all other states. And lastly,
neither Pawan Verma nor Sanjay Jha. I don't know who's on the opposition today and who's on the ruling side. I mean, roles seem to be changing all the time here.
What I have to say?
Yes, please go ahead.
Can I please finish what I have to say?
Sure, please.
And if there were certain deficits, those were calculated and those were provided for. Now, when the 14th Finance Commission report was accepted, the TDP was very much part of the government.
Your own ally is not in agreement with you.
Some parties are accusing.
Pawan Verma, Sanjay, I can see you. Sanjay, I'll just get
Bhupendra, give a chance to me.
I want to
can I just finish my point, please?
Okay, quickly, and then I'll get Pawan Verma.
Can I just finish what I have to say?
Go ahead, quickly.
Just one last point. You see,
sure, sir.
The allies of the BJP and some in the opposition are saying that we haven't taken our allies along. In 2014, we won as many as 282 seats. But we took along all our pre-poll allies. They were very much part of the government, and we together formed a government and ensured that every commitment that we had made and we had gone to the people with was fulfilled. So therefore, to now say that we are
your own ally on the program today. Incorrect. Your own ally on the program today is accusing you of being arrogant, is accusing you of not introspecting, is accusing you of not looking at reality. Ambassador Pawan Verma, do you agree with any of this logic being offered by Amit Malviya today?
Bhupendra, give you a chance to.
Yeah. Just let me just hear from Pawan Verma.
Simply.
Yes, sir.
Bhupen.
Sir. Go ahead, Pawanji.
You see, I'll tell you, on the question of the 14th Finance Commission, Mr. Nitish Kumar made a detailed analysis of that. And what we found out was that even though the devolution of greater money is coming to the states in the division between center and states, because it also includes the center cutting down on centrally sponsored schemes in terms of financial outlays, the net that is coming to the states is less than before the larger devolution that was given by the 14th Finance Commission.
Correct.
So therefore, that cannot be a substitute for an institutional mechanism to provide affirmative status to the for special category.
Right.
So now, if they have told Andhra Pradesh, and indeed Bihar was the first state to make that demand and make it with an aplomb and with an organizational skill which no other state has been able to match. I think that if the central government has made that promise, then it must honor it and not try to say that the 14th Finance Commission can substitute.
I want to answer Amit Malviya.
So Amit, let me just
on the question of arrogance.
I'll give you the
on the question of arrogance.
Devashi.
Today itself, Giriraj Prasad, what Giriraj Singh has said today on the Araria by-election.
Amit, one moment.
You are not getting the pitch here. See, the regional politics has shown you the mirror. And what is happening in Andhra Pradesh is just exactly the same. The regional politics is taking down BJP.
I have one ally who's walked out, and I have other ally, Pawan Verma, who's accusing them of being arrogant.
Exactly. Regional politics is taking down BJP, and they need to understand it. Don't underestimate regional politics, because India is a federal country.
Sanjay
and in a federal country, you can't underestimate the regional allies.
Sanjay Jha, does this? Sanjay Jha, if I was a Congress leader, I would be getting very excited by hearing Pawan Verma's statement. But I wonder whether the second part of Pawan Verma's argument that the opposition project is still a work in progress and there's a lot of gap before that project moves to some kind of completion. How is the Congress party going to fill that gap, Sanjay Jha?
Well,
Bhupendra, we are the affected party.
Bhupendra, let me tell you, answer you very quickly. Point number one, it is established beyond doubt that the Bharatiya Janata Party is high on political hubris, and for it, cooperative federalism is nothing but cosmetic lip service. I think that is something that all regional parties, including allies of the BJP, have figured it out. On the issue of opposition unity, let me tell you this. We have already been in confabulations with all the different political parties. And end of day, I can understand Pawanji, I respect him a lot, his cynicism. But end of day, I think all political parties have understood that under Mr. Modi, the government of India has now, I think, put India's constitution under a great threat. India's democratic institutions are susceptible. India's economy is struggling. And more important, I mean, investigating agencies in this country have been abused to suit a political vendetta of the BJP. So end of day, I think we are all united on inclusive development model, on secularism, on a model of growth for India, which will take along everybody of this country together. So I do believe that willy-nilly opposition unity is inevitable.
Rameshji, please tell me that. Rameshji, please tell me. Why don't you make an appeal? Ghanshyam Tiwari is saying nobody's approached us. Nobody's approached us. So why don't you approach?
Was told no.
You yourself are not clear whether you are... Sir, one moment. You are clear that you will be supporting this no confidence motion. You are not clear though whether you will be opting out of the NDA. Now I have Congress, I have SP. I'm not including Devashi because he's not a part of the BSP. He's just a sympathizer. At least make an appeal to Sanjay Jha and Ghanshyam Tiwari. Ask them to join you in your no confidence move, no sir?
Definitely. See, first I will answer the Amit what he told about the 14th Finance Commission. 14th Finance Commission never said not to give to Andhra Pradesh. And also my senior colleague Pawan Verma said right about the special category status. First of all, and also Venugopal Reddy, who was the chairman of the 14th Finance Commission, said to media, I never mentioned anywhere.
Sir, if you are serious about your no confidence move, if you are serious about your no confidence move, and if you are not just doing political symbolism that Pawan Verma was talking about,
first of all,
you should be using this opportunity to reach out to Ghanshyam Tiwari and Sanjay Jha. Ask them for their support. No, why don't you ask them for their support?
I will tell you. Definitely we will support once it will be called for the speaker.
Ask them. Why don't you ask them?
We will stand.
I'm saying ask them.
Why don't you?
I'm saying why don't you ask them?
Tomorrow.
No, tomorrow. Ask them
let it be tomorrow. YSRC. No. Let it. We will see. We still now we have a doubt. You see the history. Same. The Jagan Mohan Reddy was MP at the time of bifurcation. He made the.
You are giving the game away. You are giving the game away. You are giving the game away, sir. You are convincing the people of this country that this is all.
For the no confidence motion.
No.
Let us finish my view. Let us finish my last time in the 2014. At the time of bifurcation, in the February 2014, Jagan Mohan Reddy gave a no confidence motion against the Congress government.
Okay.
9:30 he has given a letter to Speaker, and 10 o'clock he went to the Speaker and took back.
That's the problem.
I have a paper.
That's
tomorrow
now I get it. So therefore you are not sure of Jagan Mohan Reddy.
I don't know.
Therefore you are not sure of Jagan Mohan Reddy, and that's the main reason why.
And tomorrow, yesterday,
that's the reason why Amit Malviya is happy.
In the Prime Minister office.
That's why Amit Malviya is happy, and that's why Prime Minister says that this project has a lot of gaps.
MP was in the Prime Minister
I get the point. I think viewers of Viewpoint have got a very clear idea of what's actually happening. This is political tamasha, folks. Don't fall for this business of this no confidence motion. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on Viewpoint tonight. The answer at the end of this debate is this, that the opposition wants to do do haath with Prime Minister Modi and the BJP. But the problem is that the opposition is full of too many gaping holes. It's full of too many egos. And it's this ego clash which the BJP forever thrives on. And that's why maybe there are valid reasons. Unfortunately, the opposition doesn't get its act right. Otherwise, why would you not think in terms of supporting this no confidence motion if all the opposition parties have so many hassles against the Bharatiya Janata Party? Let's do a short break. On the other side, a quick update of what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, starting 5 p.m., the biggest confederation of top minds in India would all be coming on one stage. Doing what? We'll be giving you details on the other side of the short break. Well, just enough time for me to remind you that starting tomorrow, the beginning of what promises to be the biggest meeting of minds of intellectuals, thinkers, politicians, celebrities, the real story of India, what's really happening in India, Rising India, that's the program which starts at Taj Palace in the capital. Prime Minister Modi is the keynote speaker there. That starts at 8. Cabinet ministers, chief ministers, global thinkers, all of them going to be with us starting tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So don't miss that. Be with News 18 all through this weekend. That's it then from me.